In a recent outburst that took many by surprise, Shari, star of Love and Marriage Huntsville, has publicly called out her own executive producer, Carlos King, accusing him of toxic leadership. This has sparked a fiery conversation in the reality TV community, especially after his recent Messy Monday recap with Dr. Heavenly. Melody's comments were bold and shocking, leaving fans of the show and industry insiders alike to question what led to this sudden and intense response from someone who has usually kept her personal conflicts out of the public eye. For those who might not be familiar, Melody and Carlos have shared a long history of collaboration. They've been working together since the beginning of Love and Marriage Huntsville, a show that has become a huge success, drawing a lot of attention to both of their careers. Carlos, as the executive producer of the show, and Melody, as one of the main stars, built a professional relationship that seemed solid and mutually beneficial. However, it seems like things have changed recently, as Melody's frustrations with Carlos have finally boiled over. Before this, Melody has always been relatively quiet when it came to public spats, especially with Carlos, but her recent TikTok rants have made it clear that she's had enough. What started as a casual live video while she was working on her beauty line orders turned into a passionate rant against what she referred to as toxic leadership. Although she didn't mention Carlos King by name initially, it was clear who she was referring to based on the clues she dropped. Melody's outcry about executive leadership and the way certain people in power behave sparked a lot of attention. During her TikTok sessions, Melody made it clear that she does not approve of the way certain people in leadership positions handle their power. According to Melody, the issue at hand is not just about her personal grievances, but about how someone in a position of power should treat others. She emphasized that when you're in a leadership position, particularly as an executive producer, it's your job to uplift and support those who are part of the team, instead of belittling or criticizing them. She went on to explain that it's unprofessional for someone to publicly badmouth the very people who are part of the project, especially those who help make it successful. Melody likened this kind of behavior to self-destruction, stating that people who engage in toxic leadership only harm themselves in the long run. Why would I want to put someone down and then ask them to show up and work for me the next day? She asked, calling this type of behavior completely unnecessary and damaging. For Melody, what seemed to set her off was not only Carlos's behavior, but also the way he chose to air the dirty laundry on platforms like YouTube. Carlos King has made a name for himself as the person who stirs the pot, often engaging in dramatic commentary about the show and its stars. His Messy Monday recaps, which often include gossip and behind-the-scenes details, are a fan favorite but also draw criticism for being overly dramatic and messy. It's been said by fans that Carlos is often the one who initiates these dramatic recaps and discussions, and Melody's reaction makes it clear that she is no longer willing to remain silent about the situation. Melody, who is known for her strong, independent personality, clearly felt that Carlos's actions crossed a line. She didn't hold back when discussing how she believes his actions have harmed the relationship between them, something that she had always kept positive in the public eye. Along with Carlos King, Dr. Heavenly Kimes, a fellow reality star from Married to Medicine, has also been involved in the drama. Dr. Heavenly, who has become known for her candid opinions and sometimes harsh critiques, was part of the same Messy Monday recap that Melody took issue with. Dr. Heavenly, alongside Carlos, discussed various moments from Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it was in these moments that Melody felt her integrity and actions were being unfairly criticized. In a particularly pointed exchange, Melody didn't just criticize Carlos. She also referenced Dr. Heavenly's commentary, saying that both of them seemed to be unnecessarily messy. Dr. Heavenly's remarks, in particular, seemed to bother Melody because of how they were framed. Melody explained that while she understands the nature of reality TV and how things can be manipulated or edited, she doesn't appreciate when people speak about her in a way that feels malicious or disrespectful. One of the major topics discussed during that recap was the notion of girls' trips and how they often lead to drama. Dr. Heavenly, in particular, went on to discuss how these trips always seem to go wrong, no matter how well-intentioned they are. Melody, however, wasn't having it. She felt that people's perceptions were clouded by personal biases, and that the issues between her and the other women on the trip were being blown out of proportion. One of the key moments that seemed to escalate the drama was the issue of room assignments during a girls' trip. In reality, TV shows like Love and Marriage, Huntsville, the drama often spills over into seemingly trivial matters, like who gets the best room. During this particular girls' trip, Melody made the decision to give some of her friends better rooms, while others, including Kimmy and Letitia, were given less desirable accommodations. This seemingly small decision became a huge talking point, with fans and cast members debating whether the room assignments were a form of manipulation or just part of the usual drama that comes with these kinds of trips. Kimmy and Letitia, who have been part of the show since its first season, felt as though they were owed the best rooms because of their long-standing roles on the show. Melody's response was straightforward. Just because you've been around. The longest doesn't mean you automatically get the best treatment. In her live videos, Melody explained that she had the authority to assign the rooms however she saw fit. She also stated that there was a misconception that she was being malicious when she made the room assignments. In fact, she offered the best accommodations to her friends, Shanita and Lauren, who had accompanied her on the trip. However, the other women rejected the offer, which made Melody's decision seem even more contentious. This incident highlights the complicated dynamics of the cast and their relationships. While some felt slighted, others, like Melody, were simply making the choices they thought were best for their own comfort. Melody made it clear that her decision wasn't about disliking anyone, but rather about her own preferences and who she felt most comfortable with. The debate over the room assignments became a perfect example of how small disagreements can quickly turn into larger conflicts on reality TV shows. What's clear from this entire situation is how the public personas of reality TV stars are shaped by their interactions both on and off screen. Love and Marriage. Huntsville has become known for its intense drama, but it's also a reflection of how people in the entertainment industry navigate their personal and professional lives. Melody's response to Carlos King's toxic leadership is a reminder of how the pressures of fame and the demands of the reality TV world can affect relationships behind the scenes. For Melody, this situation seems to be more than just a fleeting disagreement. It appears to be a realization that her values and her leadership style differ significantly from Carlos's. This is a turning point for her, as she asserts her autonomy in a space that is often dominated by larger-than-life personalities and aggressive production tactics. As fans continue to watch the drama unfold on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, one thing is clear. Melody is no longer willing to sit back and let her reputation or the way she's treated be controlled by others. Whether she's addressing her issues with Carlos, Dr. Heavenly, or anyone else, Melody's response shows that she's not afraid to speak up when it matters. Since Melody's public outburst, the reactions from fans and fellow cast members have been mixed. Some have supported her, agreeing that Carlos's behavior was out of line, while others have sided with Carlos, arguing that he was simply doing his job as a producer. In the world of reality TV, where drama is king, it's not unusual for these kinds of conflicts to arise. However, Melody's bluntness and openness about her feelings have made this particular situation stand out. The conversation surrounding Carlos King's leadership style and Melody's response has sparked a larger discussion about the ethics of reality TV production. Should producers and executives be more careful about how they portray their cast? Members? Should there be more transparency in the way reality TV shows are created? These are questions that are likely to come up more as the situation continues to unfold. At the end of the day, what we're witnessing is not just the drama of a reality show, but the real emotions and frustrations of individuals trying to make their way in a tough industry. Melody's response to Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly is a testament to the challenges that come with being in the public eye, and it will be interesting to see how this situation develops moving forward.